Okay, get ready because we're about to dive into something that is completely changing the game for video. We're talking about a new wave of AI tools that are basically tearing down the walls between your imagination and what you can actually create. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this is where the new creative era really begins. And look, this isn't just about some fancier filters or slightly faster rendering times. No, this is a fundamental shift. The focus is moving away from, having to master super complex software and instead putting the spotlight on the one thing that really matters, the power of your own creative vision. And seriously, that is not an exaggeration. The technical hurdles, the things that used to stand in the way of making something look amazing, they're just vanishing. So let's actually walk through what this new creative process looks like from start to finish. Right, so the first thing to get your head around is that the creative process doesn't start with a blank timeline anymore. It starts with a conversation. And the first step is really brainstorming with an AI partner that sees the world right there with you. This is where things start to feel like science fiction, honestly. With the ChatGPT app, you can literally point your phone's camera at some snow outside and just ask, "Hey, what season is it?" And you'll get an instant conversational answer. Or you could share your screen and get immediate feedback on a website you're looking at. It's kind of like having a creative director right there in your pocket, ready to go whenever you are. So we've had our conversation, we've kind of refined our idea. Now what? How do we actually bring it to life? Well, that's where a tool like OpenAI's Sora comes into play. It's built to turn a simple idea, just a text prompt, into a living, moving scene. Sora is a legit video generation engine, and its real power comes from these four core abilities. So let's break each one down to see how they all work together to create a totally new kind of workflow. Just think about this for a second. You take a still photo, let's say it's just a picture of your patio. You upload it, and you simply type, "A fluffy cat walks across the patio." A few moments later, you have a video where that cat is realistically moving through the scene, complete with natural motion and even shadows. It's incredible. Now, this part is all about creative control. When you remix a video, you're not just slapping on a filter, you're telling the AI how much you want it to change. A mid-remix might give you some subtle variations, keeping the original vibe. But a strong remix, that can completely transform the style or the setting, giving you these amazing visual alternatives from just one single starting point. And this is the magic step. This is how you go from just making cool isolated clips to actually telling a full story. The storyboard feature works just like a video editor you're already used to. You arrange your scenes, you write captions to guide the narrative, and you can even get the AI to help you punch up the text. And then, with one click, Sora stitches the whole thing together into a complete video. Okay, so our story is built, but now it's time to add that final polish. For post-production, we're jumping over to another powerhouse platform, Runway ML. And you should think of this as an entire editing suite, but built from the ground up with AI. Runway is really the Swiss Army knife for AI video editing. It's designed to handle everything from making these dramatic, stylistic changes all the way to automating the boring tasks that used to just eat up hours and hours of every creator's time. Let's start with this feature called inpainting. To put it simply, it's a magic eraser for your video. It lets you remove any object you don't want from a scene, and the AI is smart enough to just rebuild the background behind it like it was never there. So how long does this take? This is the crazy part. It's not hours, it's not even minutes. This process, which used to require a team of visual effects artists, now takes seconds. You just paint over the thing you want to get rid of, and poof, it's gone. I think every single person who's ever made a video can relate to this. The transcribing, timing every single line, placing the text, it is a massive headache that can take forever. Well, Runway just automates the entire thing. You upload your video, pick the language, and click Generate. That's it. You get perfectly timed, accurate subtitles just like that. This is an absolute game changer for your workflow. This one is just wow. You can take any static image of a person, feed it a script or an audio file, pick an AI voice you like, and it will actually animate the person's face to speak your words. It's perfect for presentations, social media, pretty much any project where you need a fast turnaround. And really, this gets to the heart of it. These tools are fundamentally democratizing creativity. Professional-level content isn't locked behind expensive cameras, big crews, or having access to a studio anymore. So, after seeing all of that, let's just step back for a second and look at the big picture. What does this whole AI revolution really mean for you as a creator? When you put it all together, the advantage is crystal clear. You're saving a ton of time by automating all the grunt work. You're cutting costs because you don't need all that physical equipment or extra people. But the real win is how those two things feed the third one, a massive boost to your creativity. It lets you experiment and try out ideas at the speed you can think of them. And this is the question that every creator gets to ask now. The barriers of budget, of time, of technical skill, they're all falling away. We are entering an era where the only real limit is the scope of our own imagination. So what are you going to create?